Good evening and welcome, and thank you to those of you that are joining us online, and of course everyone here that is in person. Bienvenidos a todos. Tenemos traductores. Si quiere escuchar esta reunión con audífonos en su idioma, por favor, ve a la señora que está ahí atrás y ella le puede proveer audífonos para escuchar la reunión en su idioma. We have interpreters in the back of the room, so if you prefer to listen to this meeting in another language, please see the interpreters in the back of the room. Tonight is a different format from our usual operating budget hearings. The board heard everyone that came out during the first two nights that we set aside to hear from the community on the superintendent's fiscal FY25 operating budget proposal to the Board of Education. But as we began to think more about the budget and what's best for our students, families, and staff, we wanted to come back to hear more from you all. Tonight's hearing will be broadcast live on television and MCPS media. Today's public hearing is the third public hearing on the budget. It is focused on 3 programs the board is considering modifying or eliminating FY25. These are the MCPS Virtual Academy, which was funded through the use of ESSER grant during the COVID-19 pandemic. The MCPS Innovative Schools Initiative, which employs an extended academic calendar at 2 MCPS schools, Arcola Elementary School and Roscoe Nix Elementary School, and the Leader in Me program, offered at a handful of schools across MCPS. Any savings would be realized through licensure and equipment, etc., for the latter. Finally, I want to emphasize that the board is not solely focused on analysis of these 3 programs when looking at the budget. It is looking at all programs included in the proposed FY25 budget. These programs have been highlighted in order to hear specific feedback from the communities most impacted. The economic climate requires that the board take a deep and serious look into the upcoming budget for fiscal year 25. MCPS has reached the end of the funding the school system received through the federal ESSER grant to help us through the COVID-19 pandemic. ESSER grant funding ends on September 30th of this year. This funding was always limited to this specific period. The end of the ESSER grant is not just impacting MCPS, this is affecting every district across the country that benefited from ESSER funding during the pandemic. The national and local economic environment and rising inflation are also significantly impacting the school system's finances. Current economic circumstances require an analysis of what is essential, what the school system can afford, and what is really moving the needle for MCPS in terms of student achievement. We are focused on ensuring there is a return on investment for all MCPS students in a large and complex school system. The board is also committed to making sure that the budget aligns with MCPS's core priorities. The board's priorities: improving math and literacy rates, ensuring a safe and inclusive school environment, effective two-way communication, and staff recruitment, retention, and diversity. Given this economic climate, it is particularly important that MCPS is a fiscally responsible partner with the county. The board is committed to having meaningful dialogue with the community around the difficult choices that we face. We want to ensure that we are actively listening to the community before we make any decisions regarding the budget or any programs. We also ask the community to understand that there will have to be choices, and those choices will not make everyone happy. Together, we will continue to make MCPS a great school system that has a laser focus on teaching and learning. Before we begin, I will ask board members to introduce themselves. Dr. Felder is also joining us tonight, and we have several MCPS staff persons joining us in person. I'll start with my colleague, Ms. Yang.
Okay, good evening. Julie Yang, District 3. It's really good to see everyone coming out tonight. Thank you for being here.
Good evening, Shebra Evans, District 4. I passed many of you coming into the building, a lot of familiar faces. I just want to also let you all know at 6:55 I have to step away for another Zoom, but for those that I will miss, I will make certain to finish watching the testimony this evening. So thank you all for being here.
Good evening. I'm Rebecca Smondrasky, District 2. Thank you all for coming out tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Lynn Harris. I'm an at-large member of the board. Nice to see you all.
Good evening, Brenda Wolf, District 5. Glad to see everybody that came out tonight. We look forward to hearing from you.
Good evening, buenas noches. Pardon me, Grace Rivera Oven, District 1. Sorry I could not be there in person, but I'm a little bit under the weather. Thanks for being there tonight.
Good evening, everyone. Sami Saeed, student member of the board. I'm really happy to see a lot of community advocacy here today, and I'm really excited to hear some testimonies.
Okay. Dr. Felder, would you like to introduce yourself and your staff?
Absolutely. Good evening, everyone. Monique Felder, Interim Superintendent. Would like to say welcome, and certainly looking forward to hearing everyone's testimony tonight. And joining me tonight is Dr. Betty Collins. She is Acting Deputy Superintendent, and sitting next to her is Mr. Brian Hull. He is the district's Chief Operating Officer.
Okay. We also have additional MCPS staff that is listening to your testimony and taking notes and following up on a lot of the things that you bring to us tonight. The order of speakers is listed on the agenda that is available on the board's website. Board members will have the opportunity to hear from the community via in-person testimony or by audio or video presentations. Written testimony of those who signed up for tonight's hearings has also been made available to the public and for board members to review on our website on Board Docs. Now, I would like to invite the first speaker to come to the podium. Celia Bonilla, please come forward. No? Okay, how about Dacia McNair? Did I get the right sheet? Okay, good. Ethan Evans and Amelia Evans. It's a video from our students. Please play the video.
Hi, my name is Amelia. I'm 6 years old. I am Teach by AS because there's no kindergarten in Virtual Academy. I want to go to Virtual Academy because there's more friends and there's more classes like art, music, and science. Please do not take away first grade or any other grade. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ethan. I am in the 4th grade at MVA. Me and my little sister have long COVID since 2020, and we are both high risk. Without MVA, we will not be able to fully participate in school. I have been at MVA since it began. I have good friends, great teachers, and I am in advanced reading and 4-5 math. Please, for the sake of kids like us, do not shut down the MVA. Thank you.
Our next speakers is also a video testimony from Shahira Muhammad and John Helms. Please play the video.
Hi, my name is Shahira Mahmoud.
And I am John Helms.
We are parents of a first grader at Arcola Elementary. We have learned that the board is considering making modifications or eliminating the Innovative Schools Initiative. There are 3 main reasons why we oppose eliminating the program.
First, we take issue with the conclusions of the recent 2023 Innovative School Calendar Outcomes Evaluation. The study focused only on gains from ISY over the course of a single year. Taking one-year snapshots of students' performance may only demonstrate marginal gains. The study needed to follow and measure the performance of the same group of students over consecutive years to fairly assess the impact of ISY. The study also did not account for ISY's potential to mitigate summer slide or loss of achievement gains over summer break, because it only focused on 1 year's worth of data. This is important for equitable outcomes, since summer slide disproportionately affects lower income students. A better design is to compare 5th graders who have gone through ISY and compare them with peers who have not. Our fifth graders this year are the first cohort who graduated in ISY since kindergarten, who have participated in ISY since kindergarten, and their latest Eureka test scores were some of the best the school has seen.
More importantly, math and reading scores alone do not measure the social emotional gains and mental health outcomes that come from an extended school year while taking part in a mindfulness curriculum. The study does not consider the broader impact of the exposure to a supportive educational environment delivered throughout the year. It also did not solicit parent feedback on student well-being. Given the recent CDC report that young people in the U.S. are collectively distressed, the Maryland Department of Health understands the need for schools to work together with mental health community providers to expand access to high-quality behavioral health services and foster positive classroom environments. The continuity provided by ISY is an important conduit for coordinated supports between community health providers and school counselors, especially for lower income and minority communities that are disproportionately impacted. The first 28 days of the school year have been essential for establishing a positive classroom environment where academic pressures are lessened. This enables students and teachers to build stronger relationships and a safe classroom environment that is conducive for learning. For our daughter who suffers from anxiety, being able to spend more time with her teachers has been essential in establishing trust with her teachers that allows her to feel safe. This has enabled her to be successful in both kindergarten and first grade.
We hope the Board of Education reconsiders eliminating the Innovative Schools Initiative. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next testimony is an audio testimony from Zaina Shaikh. Please play the audio.
Hi, my name is Zaina Shaikh, and I'm a student as well as a student president of the middle school MVA of this school year. Today, I'm speaking against the elimination of the MVA because of how many benefits this program has provided me and the many students who are participating in this program. I would like to start off with the first and most important benefit this program has provided me and many students with, which is learning in a comfortable environment. As a very shy person, I grew up not looking forward to going to school every day. I dreaded the fact that I would have to get up and go to the place I hated the most for 5 days a week. When virtual learning became a thing, I thought I would hate it even more, which at first was kind of true. Virtual learning would be difficult as I would not know how to navigate through Zoom and Canvas, and even in worse situations, not being able to maneuver through technical issues. Slowly, as the years started to go on, I started to get the hang of virtual learning and found that I felt even more comfortable learning virtually than in person. I now wake up looking forward to going to school every single day, which proves that how much the MVA has changed me. Another one of the very important benefits of the MVA is fitting in and being accepted by our teachers and peers. Growing up, I found myself not being able to fit in with students in my class or simply being the odd one out, which resulted in me having no friends. Slowly, as I started to get used to virtual learning, I found that students and teachers would accept me the way I am, no matter who I was or what kind of personality I had. I felt accepted, respected, and biggest of all, valued. For all the years I have participated in virtual learning, I have not once felt judged or left out. Instead, I would feel that I was once again accepted into a wonderful virtual community by many. The MV has taught me an endless amount of valuable lessons, with the biggest one being that you don't need to physically interact with others in order to build a strong relationship with each other. Through the MV, I have built many strong friendships and relationships between students and even teachers, something which I could have never achieved while going in person. Now, because of time, I'm not able to go into detail on why I think the MVA should not be discontinued. The reasons I've provided are just some of the reasons as to why I'm against the Board of Education discontinuing the MVA. If the MVA is discontinued, it means that all the benefits that the MVA provides to students will also be discontinued. If the MVA is discontinued, an entire community will be discontinued. We students deserve to learn in a place we feel comfortable in and accepted in. I hope you consider not discontinuing the MVA, as it is a place of happiness and joy for the many students that are in the MVA program, including me. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next testimony is from Lyndon Oranian. Please come forward.
President Silvestra, Dr. Felder, and members of the board. My name is Lyndon Arinian. I'm the Vice President for the PTA at Arcola Elementary School. I'm testifying today to represent the majority views for Arcola's community of almost 700 students, over 1,000 parents and guardians, community members, and as an ally to our Arcola teachers and staff. There are three major themes I want to inform the board of tonight. First, our community believes the Board of Education has only heard one side of the innovative school calendar. Second, there are indeed academic and holistic benefits to the ISC, and a robust analysis is needed to determine those outcomes. Lastly, there are significant downstream impacts due to the reckless and unplanned decision of even considering eliminating the ISC. You on the board have only heard Roscoe Nix's voice on the ISC and how they don't support it. Arcola's community may have even unintentionally been mentioned without our awareness. Well, I want to stress that the PTA at Arcola speaks for Arcola and Arcola alone. The board has only given us 1 week to respond and advocate our support for the ISC. Not 1 year, not 1 month, 1 week, and we showed up in force today. As you've seen in the past 7 days from community letters, emails, phone calls, social media messages to all of you on the board, our community at Arcola overwhelmingly supports the innovative school calendar. In 1 week, we surveyed over 230 parents and held consistent 80% support from them for this ISC. You have a willing community who wants our children to succeed, yet you have to hold a hearing to engage us. The lack of time to advocate for our students and staff is an inequitable practice. As we've said in various correspondence to you, the PTA at Arcola believes the innovative school calendar is moving the needle for students' academic achievement and also for the overall well-being of our children, parents, and community. Many of our students don't just rely on our program academically, but also for food security. This time frame is too short for our families to prepare for alternate plans. In addition, our fifth graders are the first cohort who participated in the ISC since kindergarten. And we were informed by Arcola staff that their last Eureka test scores were some of the highest the fifth graders have ever seen at Arcola Elementary. Even the Office of Shared Accountability report said that their scope was limited and there could possibly be additional outcomes not observed. Well, let's find out. Establish a more robust report before eliminating the ISC. Finally, this knee-jerk reaction to eliminate Arcola's ISC has downstream impacts on our community and also our beloved teachers and staff. This same board even approved the 24-25 innovative calendar last December 8th, and we expected the next academic year to be on July 8th, 2024. Our families expected the year-round school for Gold Summer programs, and even if we try to sign up, it's nearly full. It's impossible. Most of us are counting on the ISC program for the summer. And even our Arcola teachers and staff expect to be paid throughout the summer ISC months. And to come up with 2 months worth of wages is distressing if you eliminate the ISC so abruptly. At minimum, you needed to give our community and our teachers and staff a 1-year runway, some type of transition plan. The lack of transparency and communication and lack of adequate engagement with the community that's most directly impacted shows injustice. You all are making an important decision on Thursday, and if you eliminate the ISC at Arcola, you disenfranchise an entire community without proper engagement. It sends a message that the Board of Education favors equity in the abstract, but ignores the needs of lower income and minority families. We have good faith that you in fact do care about equity and will maintain and fund the ISC at Arcola for the 24-25 school year and beyond. In closing, we understand that the board and MCPS want to have a more fiscally responsible budget. So the PTA at Arcola proposes 2 simple solutions. 1, keep the ISC at Arcola, and 2, eliminate it at Roscoe Nix. Their split school system is just not set up for success. Should you even consider eliminating or modifying the ISC program at Arcola, we respectfully ask for each and every one of you on the board to commit to hosting an in-person town hall with our Arcola community. Come, break bread with us, listen to our feedback, and not jump into a rash decision in a vital program that affects almost 700 students, their families, and our small but vocal community. Thank you for your time, and we know you'll make the best decisions for our students.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Melissa McKenna. Please come forward.
Yeah, I'm not Melissa. We're gonna stick together. Clear.
Good evening. My name is Melissa McKenna. It is my honor to present testimony this evening on behalf of the NAACP Parents Council. With me tonight is Donald Whitfield, who will present on MVA.
I see my time has started. I'm gonna go ahead and start. We need the Virtual Academy, but not for reasons you have heard this evening. The Montgomery County's public schools operating budget is $3.2 billion. And I agree we need to make some cuts to maintain the quality of education for the students. As budgets increase, we need to draw a line between the school and community and responsibilities. The school system was not designed to address modern challenges like social media, mental health, and other contemporary issues. The success of the school system depends on community participation and involvement. In the school's responsibility to provide education, but it's the community's responsibility to ensure a safe, learning, nurturing environment for our children. I'm not an educator, I'm a technologist, and I have immense admiration for the field of education. Though I am not an educator, I firmly believe that technology can complement in-person learning and enhance the educational experience. While virtual learning has strengths, it's not a wholly replacement for in-person learning. So, my suggestion is let's explore how technology can enhance our learning experience, and we have some opportunities to improve education while saving MCPS money. My first suggestion is, and my time is almost up, but it's the first thing, eliminate the elementary school and virtual learning. I have some more suggestions, and you'll get them in a PDF. Thank you.
You'll have our full written testimony. To speak briefly on the Leader in Me, Parents Council repeatedly heard that this is not the social emotional support that our students need in general, nor is it appropriate for academic pandemic fallout. Please end the use of this program immediately. Among resource allocation suggestions, in amounts equal to previous LIM resources, money, staff, and time, provide open-ended grants to schools to implement what they need in their school community. Trust the teachers, the parents, and the students. They know what they need. Now we come to the innovative school year calendar. It needs to end, not in 2025, but now. This has been 5 years already. A pilot is long since over, before we have another summer of torture for all involved. At a cost of $6 million in staffing alone, my estimate through 2023, although I look forward to hearing the amount Ms. Pettifort has likely calculated for you since my January 18th testimony. The simple truth is that the ISC provides no discernible academic benefits to students. A December 2021 report, a follow-on from February 21, was not presented to the board until July 26, 2022. In it, an almost imperceptible 6-point increase in scores needed graphic magnification to show any results at all. The August 2023 MCPS Office of Shared Accountability states, and I quote, "Despite an additional 28 days of instruction, no statistically significant differences were evident between ISC and comparison students in mathematics or reading scores in spring 2023. What more evidence is required to kill this? Despite years of reports and calendar surveys, all in the written testimony, the results are so far just another hearing. In fact, in response to the August 23 report prepared by the Division of Early Childhood and Title I Programs and Recovery Funds, the flat recommendation was, based on findings from academic examinations at this time, expanding ISC should not be undertaken. Notes included that despite monthly coordination meetings, MCPS has yet to build out operational supports that promptly respond to ISC sites to maintain a high-quality learning environment. Remember, 5 years. These are basic school operations, transportation, food service, and emergency closures for weather. Our children have lost more than enough time for this well-intended yet irrefutably unsuccessful experiment. Return to the success of the ELO SAIL program supported by educators and families. I am here tonight for all of our students. Parents Council is here for all of our students.
Thank
I
you.
suggest.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Sylvia Moreno. Sylvia, please come forward.
Stand behind her on this side, Andrea. Come on, let's go. You got this, Sylvia.
How
You
do I
got
do
this.
this?
Thank you for being here.
What do I push?
You're good. You can begin
It's on.
speaking.
Oh, yes. Dear esteemed members of the Board of Education, I express my gratitude for the opportunity to address you today and convey my deep concerns about the recent proposal to modify or eliminate the Montgomery Virtual Academy. I find it disheartening that such a significant decision has been communicated with the term elimination, especially considering the positive impact the program has had on numerous students. The abruptness of this announcement leaves little time for families and students to react adequately, and I implore for transparency regarding the factors that led to this distressing change. For months, it's only 4 months for the end of this school year. As a devoted parent to a Montgomery Virtual Academy student, I have personally witnessed the transformative effects of this unique learning model on his education and overall well-being. With almost 900 full-time students and over 200 hybrid learners, the MVA serves a crucial educational institution where administrative staff, MVA administrative staff, teachers, and office personnel play pivotal roles in the academic development of our students. In my capacity as the MVA PTC president, I have had the privilege of hearing poignant stories from numerous parents and students. We held an emergency PTO meeting following that Monday announcement that just caused so much distress in our community among our students and our parents. These students who are thriving and achieving in academic success, I wasn't even expecting them to attend that meeting, but they were there and they were present and they were sharing their voices. And I was just impressed hearing their voices and hearing the wonderful things just affirming. I felt like for them, the students were like, yes, we're learning. Yes, we're achieving academically. Yes, we are doing well. And I appreciated that. Montgomery County Public Schools is committed to educating our students so that academic success is not predictable by race, ethnicity, gender, socioeconomic status, language proficiency, or disability. You continue to strive until all gaps have been eliminated for all groups. I urge you to consider the profound impact of the MVA on the academic success and well-being of its students. Please refrain from creating a gap in the educational opportunities provided to this deserving population within MCPS. Their thriving experiences within the MVA should not be undermined, but celebrated and supported to uphold the MCPS commitment to eliminating disparities for all students. Thank you very much for your attention. I appreciate your active listening during this time.
Thank you.
Hello. Hi, everybody. My name is Andrea Levy, and I am one of the vice presidents of the PTC, the Parent Teacher Council, as well as the chairperson for the MVA PTC Special Education Parents Committee. And one of the things that we hear all the time is, oh, special ed shouldn't be virtual, like lots of negativity about it. We have a huge, robust group of virtually successful learners in our special needs community that would not be able to go to in-person schools, that would not be able to succeed. People that, like my son, who said to me 2 weeks into virtual learning, I said to him, do you like this? What do you think about it? And for him at that age, he said to me, Mom, they're teaching to me and not my chair. Okay.
That beautiful smile. Board, please look at his smile.
Him and so many others like him. We can turn the sound down. We can turn the lights down. We can remove distractions. It's your home. It's what you're used to. There aren't people running down the lights aren't running down the hallways screaming on their way to the bathroom. Teachers popping in next door to just ask a quick question. PA systems going off at random times during the day that derail the entire environment for our students. We need this environment that is safe, that is bully-free, that is conducive to actual learning without all the nonsense that goes on in the system. People have talked about not having as much social life. He's had more social life since he's been in MBA than when he was in regular school. He has more good friends right now in MBA than he has, parent of his best friend is right there, than he had in regular school, in-person school. He's had less seizures. We've had less illnesses and sicknesses for our teachers, for our students and our faculty than the Petri dish that is in the MBA, that is in an in-person school. And he's bossy, sorry.
Ladies, please stand up. Girls, please stand up. Lord, these are my 3 children right here. The MBA must stay. The MBA must stay. Please. My kids have been bullied. My kids have been tormented. Please let them stay where they are. My girls, the 2 twins sitting at the end, have straight A's. They've never had straight A's before. They have straight A's, and I have their report cards to show you. The MBA must stay. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you for hearing us.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Dee White. Please come forward.
Good evening, Dr. Felder, President Silvestri, and members of the board. Please eliminate the Innovative School Calendar Initiative at Roscoe Nix Elementary School, July 2024, and reinstate ELO sale with the traditional school calendar. Doug Haddock's quote states, "When parents and teachers are united, they've created one of the most powerful partnerships a child could ever ask for." This quote speaks deeply to my heart as a teacher of Nix, because I care about my students and parents. Roscoe Nix is a primary school, grades pre-K to 2, with the ISD calendar. And Crest Haven Elementary, our sister school, grades 3 through 5, has a traditional school calendar. Parents have expressed it is extremely difficult juggling work schedules and multiple different calendar dates, since they have children in both of these schools. MCPS Evaluation Summary Report of 2021 says in the timeline that there would be an adoption of a 2-school pilot by MCPS BOE. This program was supposed to expand to other schools, but hasn't, which raises the question, why enter year 6 of a pilot program that continually shows no significant difference from the way things were before the program was implemented, especially being that this program has cost millions of dollars. MCPS data of 2023 states, despite 5.5 weeks of additional instruction, IC did not have a detectable effect on student reading and mathematics performance by year end. Furthermore, no statistically significant differences were detectable between IC and comparison students during any assessment period. The reports of 2021 and 2023 did not provide any data that the additional 30 days had a positive impact for grades pre-K to 2. Roscoe Nix is only a primary school, grades pre-K to 2. An alternative option is ELO sale, which I have taught 2011 to 2018. This 4-week Summer Adventures in Learning program provides a high-quality learning experience. This program prepares students for the start of the school year by helping them to reinforce and enhance academic skills. ISC does not allow staff to reinforce prior learning for students because the curriculum starts day 1. MCPS of 2023 states, caution is warranted in considering plans to scale up the IC initiative. Karl Barth's quote states, although no one can go back and make a brand new start, anyone can start from now and make a brand new ending. Thank you so much for this opportunity and consideration.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Kavanush Razagi. Please come forward.
Good evening. I'm going to share my time with my son. He's going first, and then I follow.
All right. Hi, my name is Rudin Razagi. I am in 8th grade, and I am part of the Virtual Academy. And I would just like to say the Virtual Academy has been one of the best educational experiences of my entire life. I would not be where I am without the Virtual Academy. If I were to go back in person, I don't know what I would do, because it is such a toxic and devastating environment for me, where I would get very low grades. Whereas in the MVA, and currently in this state, I have 100% in every single class, and no sign of slowing down. Not to mention, the community is absolutely amazing, and I've made some of my best friends in the MVA, and all the teachers are so supporting, and it's such a welcoming and diverse community, and I could not think of a future without the MVA, because my education really does need this.
Thank you, Radin. Okay, so I'm here tonight to give you some input from my own perspective, which is actually a lawyer perspective. But don't take me wrong, I'm not here to threat any lawsuits or even make a legal argument. I just want to add to all these great things that the other parents added, that, you know, Montgomery County Public School is part of the state of Maryland, and the body that is functioning to basically represent the values, the basic values of this state. So I know that you have some limited budget, but you need to spend that budget to basically guard and basically promote the basic values that are being respected by our society here in Maryland. And I can assure you that when it comes to the issue of the children, there are only two major values that nobody can deny in the state of Maryland, which are first, safety, and then the stability of the children. I'm giving you the examples that I'm seeing every day in courts. When we have a case in a court in which a child is involved, first and foremost, the court is going to look into two major things. Is the child safe, and is the child stable? If there is a difference between the parents, one parent is living in one district school, and the children, if the physical custody is granted to that parent, the children can stay in the same school where they have been going to school for a few years.
Thank you. Thank you. We have to move on. Thank you.
You have created a
Sir,
for my child.
we understand, sir. Thank you. Your son provided great testimony. We have to move on to our next speaker. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Our next speaker is Jennifer Reisman. Please come forward.
Thank you for the opportunity to speak today. My name is Dr. Jennifer Reisman, and I'm here as a pediatric neuropsychologist. I'm offering my perspective and concerns. I'm really glad you are having this hearing and this engagement. Since at least September of 2023, I have been asking and emailing leadership at MCPS to release the report from the Office of Shared Accountability on the Montgomery Virtual Academy. This report was released to the public in December of 2023. After the Virtual Academy accepted applications for students for the 2024-2025 school year. I wish to highlight some findings that I hope you will consider in your deliberations. First, regarding enrollment. Put simply, there is declining community interest for this option and enrollment in the Virtual Academy. The current enrollment stands at 878 students. This has been a steady decrease year over year since the Virtual Academy's inception. In 21-22, enrollment was 2,629, and in 22-23, enrollment dropped to 1,565. The OSA report concluded that, quote, in-person instruction may yield better outcomes than virtual instructions, particularly for elementary students. Other data points in the report that I wish to call your attention to include chronic absenteeism. Compared to students attending in-person school, there was a statistically significant higher amount of children in grades 2 through 5 that were chronically absent compared to their in-person peers. Elementary math and reading achievement. Compared to students attending in-person school, children in elementary school in the MVA were significantly less likely to make their projected growth in math and reading. I bring you the perspective of many parents who end up in my office. Some of these parents recall having nagging concerns that were brushed off, such as everyone's behind because of the pandemic, or it's okay if your child doesn't test well, everything's fine. Sometimes everything is not fine. And sometimes so many parents tell me they wish they had the information to make a better decision for their child. The results of the elementary students within the MVA are particularly concerning, and as a neuropsychologist, due to the rapid pace of brain development, the risk of harm to a child where we may miss a possible learning disability diagnosis or a neurodevelopmental disorder is high. We miss crucial opportunities for intervention. Parents often tell me with regret that they trusted that the school system would tell them if something was wrong. Something is wrong and concerning, and this information needs to be widely shared with the community and considered. You will likely hear strong objections to changing the virtual academy from parents and families who have found it a good fit for their needs. Objectively evaluating outcomes does not negate their experiences or your responsibilities as board members to conduct proper oversight and cost-benefit analysis. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Please, let's respect everyone's opinion at this hearing tonight. Thank you. Our next speaker is Molly Kaysen. Please come forward.
Good evening. My name is Molly Kaysen, and I'm a teacher at Roscoe Nix. I'm here today to discuss the Innovative School Calendar and why it's evident this program is not yielding the desired outcomes for our students. The ISC program was implemented with the intention of extending the school year to provide students with increased exposure to academic content and enriched learning programs. However, in 2023, MCPS Outcome Report reveals that despite the additional instruction time, this exposure is not improving academic achievement. The data in this report compares ISC students to comparison students following the traditional calendar. While ISC students did show a slight increase in mathematics during the fall of 2022, this difference was trivial. By winter of 2023, the slight advantage ISC students had in mathematics had disappeared. Furthermore, no significant differences were detectable between ISC and comparison students in either mathematics or reading by the end of the academic year, despite the additional 5.5 weeks of instruction. The report states in its findings that there's no statistically significant differences that are detectable between ISC and comparison students in reading during any assessment period in 2022 to 2023. The toll on our staff at Nix cannot be understated. Teacher burnout is a recurring theme highlighted by staff responses and identified as one of the top areas needing improvement in the ISC Initiative Report of 2021. In the 3 years before this program, only 17 full-time professional staff members left our school. Since its implementation, approximately 62 professional staff members have left Nix, which is a 365% increase. The high turnover rate is not only detrimental to the stability of our school, but also affects the quality of education our students receive. Many new teachers come to our school, get trained, begin their teaching careers, and then move to another school within the district that follows the traditional school year. In addition, there's a feeling of feeling overlooked in the planning and delivery of services for our program. This past summer, Clever was not up and running for us when we returned. Parts of our building were without air conditioning in July, and transportation services were not prepared for our first day back. There seems to be a disconnect between how the program is celebrated as an innovative solution and the support we're actually receiving on the ground level to implement it. If the program was successful, plans to expand the program would not have been halted. As the ISC costs millions of dollars to implement, it becomes evident that the program comes at a considerable cost for its lack of success. In times of tight fiscal budgets, it's imperative to prioritize where our resources are allocated. In conclusion, I'm urging the board to make an informed decision based off MCPS's own commissioned report. The report has paralleled what I've seen in the classroom as an educator and an employee of Montgomery County. It's time to prioritize the well-being and academic success of our students and staff over a program that is failing to deliver on its promises. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Nancy Perry. Please come forward. Your mic is on. You can begin whenever you're ready.
Good evening. My name is Nancy Perry, and I have had the honor and privilege of being a teacher in MCPS for 30 years, and have been fortunate enough to teach at the Virtual Academy for the past 3 years. I am here tonight to share my experiences at the Virtual Academy and to shed some light on the benefits of this school system to Montgomery County. The Montgomery Virtual Academy started in 2021 as what I like to call a Band-Aid to COVID. Many families were justifiably fearful for their health and safety. However, other families signed up for the Virtual Academy not just because of the pandemic, but because they saw it as a new option and opportunity for their children to be educated. Our student body includes students from all backgrounds and all areas of the county. However, they all have one thing in common. They learn better outside of a traditional classroom setting. The Virtual Academy represents an innovative approach to meeting the needs of these students. Our students are not only thriving, but they are exceeding standards. As a teacher at the Virtual Academy, I am a firsthand witness to the successes that our students experience each day. We are able to build strong relationships with our scholars and their families because we literally have a window into their world. Street data that we have collected shows that we have created equitable, identity-affirming classrooms where students feel supported and comfortable asking questions. If you visit our school, you will see students engaging in robust discussions, completing hands-on science activities, working collaboratively on projects in breakout rooms, participating in equity dialogues, and using critical thinking skills to solve problems. The Virtual Academy also offers hybrid classes to over 200 elementary students attending approximately 30 in-person schools. We are able to provide these students instruction in enriched mathematics. This is a cost savings to the county, as our 3 teachers would be equivalent to approximately 15 in-person teaching positions. The Virtual Academy is an untapped resource in MCPS. We should be looking at ways to expand our hybrid programs. I implore the members of the board to come see our school in action. Engage with the staff, the parents, and the students at the Virtual Academy. Take the time to read the many letters and videos and the petition you have received. If you listen to our stories, you will hear about students who have struggled to focus, who are now able to reach their full potential because they can concentrate without distractions. Students who felt unsafe in their brick and mortar school for a variety of reasons, but now feel safe and able to focus on education. Students who struggled with social anxiety who now feel confident and enjoy participating in class. Parents of students with learning disabilities, including nonverbal students who will tell you that the MVA is the first place that they saw their child shine. We cannot and should not ignore these families and students. How can we possibly tell them that we are no longer willing to meet their needs and give them an equitable opportunity for education? For many families, the Virtual Academy is the only place where their students have been successful.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Karen McKiernan. Please come forward. You may begin.
My name is Karen McKiernan, and I'm a proud 5th grade teacher at Arcola. ISY was created in 2018 as an equity strategy to eliminate the summer slide of disadvantaged students. We spent over a year preparing and considering the programs we would use to enrich our students' learning. We built support of the program with our community. Arcola staff embraced the idea of working additional days for the best interest of our students. We were off to a great start in 2019 implementing PLTW and mindfulness along with our regular curriculum. Students were engaged in learning. Then the pandemic hit. We were faced with the challenges of virtual learning. In true Arcola spirit, though, staff worked harder than ever to ensure students had what they needed for virtual learning, making sure they had everything to fulfill their basic needs. Fast forward to present. 5th graders have participated in ISY since 1st grade. They outperformed the district on the mid-module 3 assessment. 4th graders outperformed the district on the end of module 3 assessment. Arcola was recognized at the February 1st ANS meeting for DIBELS growth. Literacy data shows growth at Arcola. K-5 students had 10% growth from the beginning of the year over MCPS 5%. K-5 Hispanic students at Arcola had 11% growth over MCPS 3%. And fourth grade had 16% growth over MCPS 2%. We attribute these successes to the fact that students have had consistent instruction over the past few years. I could solely focus on data, but there's so much more to our story. ISY provides students and families with wraparound services, such as linkages to learning and community school programs and partnerships. Students have access to 2 out of their 3 meals. There's consistent programming for the 471 students receiving special education and/or ELD services. Students participate in leadership opportunities and build community within their classes. It's a safe place where we promote hope, engagement, achievement, and relationships for all of our students. When you announced that ISY was being considered for modification or elimination, shock ran through our community. Parents were concerned as to what they were going to do to take care of their children. Arcola is a working community, which means many students will be left home to tend to themselves unsupervised. Students are worried, upset, sad, and mad. I found a group of fourth graders advocating for the continuation of ISY. They had comments such as, ISY keeps us safe, keeps our brains active, allows us to build friendships and stay connected with trusted adults. At the conclusion of their letter that they drafted, they said, consider keeping our school open year-round to help our students feel safe, loved, and educated. Arcola staff have worked diligently to make a successful program. The mass email sent countywide was hurtful and caused extreme stress. We have families and responsibilities outside of this job. It's too late for us to establish summer savings. Staff have pre-planned vacations and PD around published calendar. Staff came to Arcola specifically to teach our program. In closing, I'd like to emphasize that Arcola is a unique community that strongly supports.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Andrea McDonald. Please come forward. Andrea McDonald.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea McDonald.
Oh, push the microphone, the button underneath your microphone.
Can somebody
There you
push
go.
the button? I don't.
It's on now. You may begin.
Huh?
You may
Okay.
begin.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Andrea McDonald, and I'm a parent of not 1, not 2, but 3 students enrolled in the Virtual Academy. I don't have data, and this is not a political testimony. This is an in real life testimony. Throwing the baby away out with the bathwater is the most analogous idiom that I can come across when speaking of this experience. The next words that come to mind are betrayal and disappointment, not anger, because I'm not angry. My 11-year-old taught me that anger will fade with time and as you return to your baseline emotions. However, betrayal and disappointment accumulate over time. And this, by far, is what my family, and I'm confident many other families here, have felt. To be blindsided as we learned that the modality by which our children receive their education is possibly going to be done away with or modified to something that we don't even recognize, that you may as well just get rid of it in its entirety. It's analogous to finding out from a distant family member, I'm losing my home, and then you turn and you look to your mom, and it's like, oh, I'm just now finding this out, baby. That's how administration felt when they too themselves found out, when we found out that this is what's happening. Furthermore, transparency seems to be dead concept and a one-way street with the board, where you expect us to trust you implicitly, but that doesn't come back our way. We don't find things out when we need to. We just find them out the way we found out on February 12th. Some of the most vulnerable families in MCPS found this out. And for me, that's not something that sits well. Why are the families just now finding out about this when the board had to have been having conversations well before 2/12? It's most disheartening that the overseers of education within our community can be so cavalier about the futures and the academic well-being of an entire student body. Last I checked today, just a Google search, it said that 1,800 students were there, so I'm not sure about other people's data. Are our children not worthy? Are they not? Because actions like this gives life to MCPS's administrators' comments when they say, oh, we give priority to those students who are in person. So I want to look each and every one of you today in your faces and say, shame on you. collectively for not putting up a fight to foster what's needed for those children, and individually for you, not one person here to be that voice of reason when reason had left, to say, let's go into these classrooms, see what's going on before we actually make a decision. And lastly, what I'd like to say, if cost cutting is at the center of this, how does the board simultaneously justify doing renovations at 15 Goody Drive while you sit in your new surroundings with your new furniture, their new lighting, their new carpeting? Our families would be left to scramble. As the children say,
thank you.
Make it make sense.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jenny Amor. Jenny Amor, please come forward. Yeah, there you go. You're good. You can start.
I have been an educator for a decade, and I'm sharing 5 proposals to help out students, teachers, and our schools. Number 1, no more sprinkling. Teachers and support staff deserve to know what their schedules will look like each day. Changes are unavoidable, but the amount of daily change that permeates our schools is simply unmanageable. Number 2, do not just hand out A's and B's. What is this teaching our kids? That is not how life works. If you forget to pay your taxes, the government will find you. If you forget to pay rent, you lose your home. If tomorrow you told your employees that they will be paid regardless of job performance or whether or not they show up, what will happen? Why are we allowing kids to be taught otherwise? Number 3, less assessments and data points. Imagine I give you a piece of paper with a report on your job performance, and then I hand you another and another. What happens? Each report loses its value and you are left overwhelmed. This is what's happening with our students, parents, and teachers. Pinpoint which assessments are the most effective and prioritize those. Quality over quantity. Number 4, more engaging content for kids. Imagine you are an English learner who is new to the language, or math is not your favorite subject. Which of these 2 assignments would you rather do? This one is Eureka. I remember my classes being moved to tears while reading novels such as Edward Tulane and Bridge to Terabithia. That does not really happen with the current reading curriculum. Teach kids not just how to learn, but to love to learn. And number 5, central office needs to understand school culture and the struggles that teachers go through, because there is a huge disconnect between what they think they know and what teachers are going through. Because you cannot understand the gravity of everything happening from an office cubicle or behind a computer screen. So please, stop going to the wrong places for answers. Testing and publishing companies, people who haven't been in the classroom in decades, politicians. Listen to the people on the front lines, us. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Emmett Tessler. Emmett Tessler, please come forward. You may begin. You're on.
Okay, great. Thank you. Hi, my name is Emmett Tessler. I'm a resident and an educator here in Montgomery County. I work at Roscoe Nix Elementary School, one of the 2 elementary schools that follows the Innovative School Calendar program. This program adds an additional 25 to 30 days in the summer where classroom teachers are teaching and implementing curriculum, specifically Eureka Math and Benchmark, to our students. I've worked this program all 4 years that I have been teaching within the county, and based on my own personal experience with the program at Nix Elementary School, I think we should eliminate the program at Nix Elementary School and return to the ELO SAIL program due to the lack of evidence of the Innovative School program's effectiveness. As we've heard from before, from the Office of Shared Accountability, despite 5.5 weeks of additional instruction, it did not have a detectable impact on students' reading and mathematic performance by the year's end. It also showed there was no statistical difference in performance on state standardized assessments between students at our school and similar schools that follow the traditional calendar. Again, Roscoe Nix Elementary School, primary school, pre-K through second grade. The costs are too high, especially since the data does not show that it's impacting our student achievement. I can attest personally firsthand the struggles of trying to keep my own classroom together as students come in from the summer who families didn't even realize that there was school happening, families who had to make uncomfortable choices because our partner school follows the traditional calendar and they had to prioritize, we're going to follow the traditional calendar so our family can travel, we can see our family since a lot of our students are international students as well. I think MCPS should eliminate the innovative school calendar at Nix Elementary School and return to ELL SAIL program, which is more cost effective and has more support from educators on the ground working with the families in our community. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Alyssa Williams. Alyssa Williams, please come forward.
Hi, my name's Alyssa Williams, and I'm an English language development teacher at the MVA. I've been teaching at the MVA since it started in K through 5 and now in 9th through 12th grades. I'm a 19-year MCPS veteran, and today I want to talk to you about the important role the Virtual Academy plays in the lives of my students and their families. Over the last 3 years, the staff and students at the MVA have been continually learning how to best engage in a virtual format to accomplish the goals of our students, their families, and MCPS in new and unique ways. MCPS's vision is to inspire learning by providing the greatest public education to each and every student. The Virtual Academy fulfills this vision by providing an innovative approach to meeting the needs of MCPS students whose needs are not being met in the traditional school environment. Our teachers are skilled at not only delivering the same curriculum and resources as the rest of MCPS, but extending it in ways that engage and reach all students. We've learned that motivation and engagement increase with representation and choice. So our students have the benefit of lessons that are meaningful to them and offer choice in terms of learning pathways. As equity is a core value of MCPS, the MVA rises to meet this need. Our students come from all backgrounds, all areas of the county, and fall into multiple target groups at a higher rate than in traditional schools. But they have chosen the MVA as their learning environment instead of a traditional classroom. We hear countless stories from families who finally feel their student has found a learning environment where they shine. Students who were unable to focus in in-person learning environment, but are now on the honor roll. Young parents who are able to engage in equitable instruction while caring for their infants. Students whose virtual setting use is more effective and helps them to manage their time and assignments. Students with learning disabilities and physical challenges who have found a platform of expression and meaningful learning. These students deserve to be seen and valued. These students thrive in the Montgomery Virtual Academy. Our school offers an opportunity for MCPS to meet the needs of more of its unique learners than it did prior to the creation of the Virtual Academy. How can we tell these students and their families that we're going to end this provision to meet their needs? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Matthew Hadalik. Please come forward. Hadalik. You're on. You may begin.
Good evening. My name is Matthew Laddick, and I have been a fourth grade teacher at Arcola since the beginning of the program. I am speaking to express my concern about the possibility of eliminating the program effective this school year. In fact, the program is the reason why I came to Arcola, be part of something innovative for the students who would benefit most from the program. My colleagues feel similar as me in the same way. Since the program began, only 4 teachers have left Arcola for another MCPS position. As a proud member of Arcola and advocate for the program, I am concerned about the impact this will have on our students, as they have never experienced a break longer than 2 or 3 weeks. As a result, we are able to mitigate learning loss and save tremendous amount of time from having to relearn routines after breaks. Students retain what they have learned because their learning can naturally flow into the next school year. As you're aware, building relationships is a huge part of our job. ISY allows us to spend extra time fostering those relationships and creating positive climates, communities to ensure a successful year. According to the MCPS Commission on the ISY, your data is not reflective of our current student performance. Based on DIBEL data from the beginning of the year, in the middle of this year, students at Arcola has showed 10% gain on MCPS versus 10% gain over MCPS's 5% gain. K-5 Hispanic students gain 11% over MCPS's 3%. K-5 Black and African American students gain 6%, while MCPS only gained 2%. 4th grade students gained 16%, while only MCPS gained 2%. Will these gains continue with the fall? Will these gains continue with a full summer? Will these gains continue with a full summer off, especially with a population that may not have the same academic opportunities as other students in MCPS? Furthermore, the most disheartening concern of mine is how much our community relies on Arcola, as 76% of our students are farms. With parents and students depending on the daily meals provided by Arcola, it is concerning to me that many students would go without healthy meals over an entire summer, causing more trauma in our students' lives. Arcola is a place of safety, love, and security. My students have already expressed to me concerns about what will happen to them this summer. No 10-year-old should feel this way. As you're well aware, this has a major impact on the staff of Arcola. We have been told in many avenues that MCPS was looking to expand this program. In fact, this board adopted the program. So thus parents and staff have not planned financially for this program to be cut. In closing, I'd like to mention the lack of transparency on the situation. Staff received an email on February 12th highlighting the proposed budget cuts. When were the parents informed? It took 2 years of planning and gathering community feedback from the ISY program, and yet you want to pull the plug in 4.5 months before the new school year is about to begin. I invite you to come to Arcola to have honest conversations with us, with the community and staff. I invite you to solicit feedback from our parents, students, and staff about our ISY program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jacqueline Patakian. Please come forward. Jacqueline Patakian. Okay. Sarah Wong, please come forward. Okay, if they're not in the room, then we will move on to our video testimony. Julia Rogers, please play the video.
Hello, my name is Julia Rogers, and I'm a special education teacher in the EFR here at the Virtual Academy. I wanted to speak to the importance and the benefit that our virtual option is for so many of our students here in Montgomery County. At this Virtual Academy, we are able to make direct, effective impact on the learning for our students. MCPS also has a serious concern with teacher retention. But here at the Virtual Academy, over 95% of our teachers choose to remain year over year. In Montgomery County, we also have a serious concern with attendance. And one of the most known data-backed reasons is due to having reading difficulties for students. At the Virtual Academy, we are able to give intensive instruction backed by science and in a setting that lacks the distractions often present in an in-person setting. I can speak to my own reading classes where I utilize science of reading backed strategies, including Orton-Gillingham methods, to meet those phonics and comprehension goals. And my students show progress month over month. While not the sole data point of any progress, my students have made consistent growth as measured on the MAP-R. 80% of those have shown growth every session since last school year. Utilizing this and other standardized data to monitor progress, I have over 35% of those students who are now at or will be at grade level by the end of the year and be able to move beyond the need for reading intervention. And this is consistent with my students' progress in the last school year as well. When I was in person, students made progress, but the ability to remove other distractions, have smaller class sizes, is making a real impact for Montgomery County students, and the Virtual Academy is the reason. There are students that are here that we service that were directed to join other services available in MCPS, but they chose the Virtual Academy because that program was not enough to support their students' needs. When they came to the VA, they received more instruction, they received the regular curriculum, and their children feel far more supported. Our ALO program also is able to meet the needs of many students here in Montgomery County students at a level that is near impossible in our brick and mortar schools. We are able to save time, resources having this option from transportation to placement needs to staffing, and our kids are able to show clear, consistent progress because these 21st century supports are available to them and their families, keeping them a student within MCPS and being engaged in their learning. We speak here in Montgomery County to equity. We speak to striving to be able to show progress. This program, the Virtual Academy, is how we have progress and how we meet the needs for over 800 children. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is also a video testimony from Nicole Mayer. Please play the video.
Good evening. My name is Nicole Mayer, and I am a parent of a second grader at Arcola Elementary School. I am also a member of the board of the PTA at Arcola Elementary, but tonight I am speaking to you as a parent and as a community member. I was flabbergasted at the news that the innovative school year is potentially on the chopping block. We received this news via the Board of Education's email blast on Monday evening. The complete lack of transparency, accurate information or links, and engagement, or lack thereof, of the Arcola Elementary community is frankly flat out unacceptable. Last Thursday morning, volunteers alongside teachers handed out information and spoke to parents at drop-off because they remained unaware and ignorant that this is happening and potentially afoot. Parents will not have time to find alternate options at this late date for their children for the summer. Many, including myself, have already registered their children for camp. I did this in January, based off the calendar that we were counting on that was provided. I plead with the board to kindly take into consideration the 675 Arcola students that are welcomed in the doors each and every day, along with their families. I plead with the board to take into consideration the 101 staff members who make Arcola Elementary the amazing school it is every day. You have their livelihood in their hands. You've ripped the rug out from under our feet, but we as a community are here tonight to respond as best we can. I hope you'll keep these students, their families, their teachers, their neighbors, and even our rising incoming kindergartners in mind during your business meeting on Thursday, during your tentative adoption of the recommended operating budget meeting. I appreciate that you've given us an opportunity to speak up and speak out. However, I am saddened and outraged at how this was disseminated to our community. Regardless, I hope you'll keep in mind how many Arcola families are present this evening. It's true that nothing but our best will do, as our school's motto goes. I sincerely hope every board member keeps that in mind and asks themselves, is this the best I can do for our Arcola Elementary staff, students, family, and community? Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Jennifer Gergrau. Please play the video.
Good evening, Dr. Felder and Board of Education members. My name is Jennifer Gergrau, and I am the proud school counselor at Roscoe Nix Elementary School. It has been 5 years. 5 years since the ISY program began. I could talk about some facts, not opinions, about both schools, such as high absenteeism rates, high staff turnover, or how this is not a true year-round model, which research actually does support, or the millions of dollars this program costs. But I think the single most important thing the focus should be on is the answer to these two questions. Does the ISY program prevent summer learning loss, and what does the data show? Sadly, the answer is no. The data shows there is no statistical difference between ISY students and students in a traditional year calendar. That is a fact, not an opinion, from MCPS's own outcome report. I feel very strongly that it is ethically and fiscally irresponsible in these very tight budget times to continue a program that we know is not working. How can we, in good conscience, continue to do so if our focus is on what is good for our students? We are strong leaders in MCPS. Strong leaders not only try new innovative ways, but they can also adjust, reevaluate, and discontinue something, especially when it's costing millions of dollars. Some have said, well, just leave your school if you don't like it. But this isn't about what people like. It's about program effectiveness, fiscal responsibility, and what's best for our students. A school is more than just a program. It's a place of relationships, well-being, learning, and families. Programs can come and go, but those connections are what is important, and that is what makes a community. Please re-implement ELL SAIL, a 4-week optional summer program that is available to all Title I schools. Please give our families a choice again. Please read the parent feedback survey comments. Please read the parent letters. Please read the staff letters. And please discontinue ISY before the start date of July 8, 2024. It does not need to take another year to unwind a program. Thank you in advance for your thoughtful consideration and for putting our students first.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Kay Orion. Please play the video.
My name is Kay Orinian, and I am a parent of a student at Arcola Elementary School. We have been at Arcola for 2 years and have a deep appreciation for the year-round school there. As you know, Arcola Elementary is one of the 2 MCPS schools that are in the Innovative School Year Calendar Initiative, and I am alarmed that the ISY is being considered for elimination. So I would like to share my family's experience at Arcola and how the Innovative School Calendar has positively impacted my child. I strongly believe that the ISY is overall beneficial to him. It not only has a positive impact on his academics, but is also beneficial to other aspects of his growth. Year-round school has been providing him a stable routine, constant opportunities to navigate social situations, and an opportunity to build a close-knit community. In addition, it has a positive financial impact on our family as it supports working-class parents like us. With Montgomery County's high cost of living and expensive summer schools, I am grateful for the ISY at Arcola. It has been an equitable policy for families like ours who can't afford 10 weeks of summer programming. Arcola Elementary is the only public school we have experienced, and I strongly believe that the continuous academic instruction he has received there has prevented him from experiencing the summer slide that I hear other parents talk about. He is consistently testing high on MAP tests and DIBELS, and I strongly believe that that is in part from the Innovative School Calendar, the amazing teachers, and being in a continuous learning environment. I am advocating for what I believe will have the best long-term educational outcome for my child. In addition, many members of our community suffer from food insecurity, including my child's friends. And being at school provides them with meals that they will not otherwise have. I've also spoken to my child's teachers at Arcola and empathize with them that they feel blindsided by the decision to possibly eliminate the ISY. They deserve a voice and, at minimum, 1 year's advance notice to prepare any financial arrangements since they won't be paid during the summer if you eliminate the ISY. Please respect our teachers. In closing, I urge the MCPS Board of Education to continue the Innovative School Year Calendar Initiative at Arcola Elementary, not just for the positive academic impact it provides our community, but for the other holistic benefits as well. Thank you for your time and the opportunity to share my perspective and get my voice heard. I really appreciate all of your valuable service to our community and trust that you will exercise good judgment regarding the Innovative School Year at Arcola Elementary School.
Thank you. Our next speaker is also a video testimony, Courtney Evans. Please play the video.
Hi, my name is Courtney Evans. I'm mom to Ethan and Amelia, who also insisted on testifying in support of the MVA tonight. I want to say that the MVA has been a literal lifesaver for us, and I want to share our experience as a high-risk family after the public health emergency ended. It's most important that you understand the MVA as it operates now is nothing like it was in the first year, which itself was leaps better than the remote learning from early in the pandemic. Staff are uniquely and impressively skilled at engaging and connecting students and communicating with parents. It's a true and effective partnership unlike anything we ever had in person. My kids could not safely attend in person for medical reasons that include long COVID. Even if they could, they would likely be the only ones in their class wearing masks, which would be insufficient to protect them, and would probably experience othering and bullying. They would also have very high absence rates. Thankfully, Virtual Academy allows them to rest at lunch and when needed and have breaks without falling behind. Our family has been through hell the past 4 years as precautions have rolled back. While Ethan has been safely situated in the MVA, it's been a constant struggle to find education for Amelia. We look forward to the stability that the MVA would bring when she was in kindergarten, only to learn that it was eliminated for her kindergarten year. While the administration kindly put her in IIS as a holdover, it's currently her only option. Can you imagine an entire kindergarten experience amounting to 4 hours of virtual instruction per week without classmates? That's her reality. And now we've learned that you'll pass a budget next week that eliminates the MVA's first grade next year. And here we are talking about the very existence of the MVA the following year. What are we to do? We need a robust virtual academy to meet current and future needs. As a parent and taxpayer, I want to know that when the next pandemic hits, MCS will not be caught flat-footed. Thankfully, MVA has become an exemplar of best practices for virtual school, from staff training to student, parent, and community engagement. It's already improved so much in 2 years, and I can't wait to see what they could do with 2 more. Please give us that chance by committing to the MVA and supporting robust funding for the continuation of all grades 1 through 12. We desperately need the safe access and stability. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Elizabeth Regan. Please play the video.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Reagan, and I have been an elementary educator with MCPS for 17 years and have proudly served the Virtual Academy for the last 3. I am here to speak with you about the value and impact I have seen firsthand for students and families and my own professional growth. The Virtual Academy creates a rich and rigorous learning environment for students and families because it offers something unique that is non-existent in a brick-and-mortar building. Our learning space offers opportunities for everyone involved in a child's growth and development to work collaboratively to maximize learning. It is a partnership that allows us to share information in real time with families to collaborate in supporting their children. This partnership eliminates some of the real issues that are negatively impacting students who are learning in person. Our school is also providing an equitable opportunity for students to receive a comparable education. Our students and families have chosen to continue with the Virtual Academy for a multitude of reasons. Those reasons are substantial in the weight they carry and should be considered before making an arbitrary decision solely based on budget constraints. I encourage the Board of Education to take time to come and see what is happening here, to engage with our students and hear from parents. In the last 3 years, we have had 0 visitors from the Board of Education. It would be unfortunate to remove or drastically modify without seeing firsthand what is going on. You are guaranteed to find robust student discourse, active engagement, collaboration, differentiated instruction provided when students need additional support and enrichment opportunities. You will see students fully immersed in social-emotional learning, where students are considerate, actively engaged, and listening, and have built many meaningful relationships with peers and staff. Our program should not be undergoing reductions in staff at any level. You should consider exploring ways that this program can expand to reach a broader population of MCPS students who will thrive in a virtual environment. The Virtual Academy has given me the opportunity to become more agile as a classroom teacher. There is a misconception the bar is lowered for virtual instruction. In fact, the bar is raised because you have to actively seek out innovative ways to make and maintain connections, to provide engaging instruction, and to have multimodal tools to check for understanding. In the Virtual Academy, we have this amazing chance to connect things in a student's living space to learning, which strengthens and deepens their connections to our lessons. In closing, the Virtual Academy has made a difference for so many students and families by providing a safe, inclusive, and innovative education. I implore you to reconsider the decision to modify or eliminate the Virtual Academy. Don't move backwards by closing these learning opportunities for our students and their families. Let's move forward and continue to unlock opportunities for the future minds of our county. Thank you for your time and for this opportunity to speak on behalf of the Virtual Academy.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next speaker is Sterling High. Please play the video.
Good evening. My name is Sterling High, and I'm the father of 2 wonderful children, a 4th grader in the Virtual Academy and a kindergartner who is receiving IIS services because she does not have a Virtual Academy class to attend. I'm speaking to you tonight because I want to voice my support for MVA and its dedicated staff and teachers. Specifically, for my family, having access to virtual school for our son has been absolutely vital since the start of the pandemic to provide safe, accommodating access to a full education. We have family members that are high risk for long-term complications from COVID infection, and unfortunately, we have to varying degrees been dealing with symptoms of long COVID since early on in the pandemic. That means we, including my son and daughter, have dealt with debilitating symptoms that negatively affect our day-to-day lives. Because of this, my children need accommodation in order to be able to fully participate in school. Accommodations that, had we not had him at home, would be extremely onerous to manage and ultimately would detriment his learning. As an example, because he is at home, he can take short breaks when needed and can access his assignments online when he is feeling better and able to complete his work. This flexibility has been a cornerstone of our son's success, and I know that he would struggle to be fully engaged at an in-person school and would not be doing as well academically. Additionally, the dangers of continually being infected by pathogens such as SARS-CoV-2 present an insurmountable risk at this time for in-person attendance. If our son were to lose access to the MVA and only have in-person schooling as an option, it would likely force us out of the public school system entirely. The safe access and necessary accommodations that the MVA provides is the only way that our son can receive a safe, free, and appropriate education. Don't take that choice away from my family. In fact, not only should you keep MVA fully funded into the future, but you should maintain the grade levels currently available, such as first grade, in the following years for other students, such as my daughter, who are suffering without access to a full virtual curriculum that MVA provides. Thank you very much for your time and consideration.
Thank you. Our final speaker is Patricia Wagner. Please play the audio.
Dear MCPS Board of Education, I'm writing to encourage you to fully support the MCPS Virtual Academy. At this time, I do not have a child enrolled in the MVA. Rather, we are on a wait list with the hopes of admission in the 2024-2025 year for my freshman son. There are many reasons why my son needs to be enrolled in the MVA rather than in person, but we'll spare the details in favor of protecting personally identifiable information. I can say when we received the waitlist notice, we were very delighted because it felt like a glimmer of hope that my son will be able to thrive in an environment that allows for management of challenges that began pre-pandemic. When I saw the language modification or elimination prior to the MVA in the agenda, I was crushed. I'm now trying to figure out what to do if the MVA receives a decrease in funding or worse, eliminated. I feel the MVA is a program that will benefit many children, including mine, by providing a safe space to continue their education while managing a variety of personal and social challenges, enabling children to achieve their full potential and career aspirations. I thank you for your time.
Thank you. That was our final testimony. Thank you to those of you that came out to today's public hearing on the budget and the 2 previous budget hearings that we've held. I want to emphasize that the board has not made any decisions regarding the budget or any programs to date. We are committed to having meaningful dialogue with the community around the choices that we face and ensure that we are actively listening to the community before we make any decisions. We know that the speaker list for today's public hearing filled up quickly. Those of you who did not get to speak today may submit written testimony to the Board of Education via email to boetestimony@mcpsmd.org. With that, the next step is for the board to review all the testimony along with the data. The proposed budget will be presented to the board to review at Thursday's board meeting. Finally, the board has renewed its commitment to regular communication via Facebook. Please make sure you sign up to follow us at MoCo Board of Ed. And I turn it over to Dr. Felder to see if she has any closing remarks.
Thank you, President Silvestri. I too would like to say thank you to everyone who showed up tonight, to those of you who sent an email message, a video message, an audio message. I so appreciated hearing your perspectives and your recommendations. I know that our board will take your recommendations and perspectives into consideration as it moves forward to make decisions in the best interest of our children during what will undoubtedly be a very tough budget decision-making process. So thank you all.
Mr. Said?
Yes, I just want to say a couple things. First of all, for what it's worth, thank you for all of you for coming out here and advocating for yourselves and for your communities. This is exactly what I think makes us so strong, is this advocacy that all of you has demonstrated here today. And what I do want to say around this is I do think there needs to be better communication and more transparency. And in that, I want to be transparent with my thoughts. All of you today have changed my mind about a number of these issues and have seriously showed me things that I know that personally I haven't considered, I haven't thought of. And all of you coming here today, speaking at that podium, speaking on these videos, has given me new insight and has really, really showed me the truth behind a lot of these communities that, I just haven't had the chance in the past to talk to. So genuinely, thank you for kind of opening my mind a little more, letting me see the truth behind a lot of these that I haven't seen before. And I can honestly say I will really have a new perspective moving forward when we decide our budget priorities this week and in the future. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it.
Ms. Wolf?
I just want to thank everyone for coming out this evening. It's very important that you come out and talk to us and share your perspective, because we don't get a chance to visit every program. I have had the opportunity to visit Arcola. I have not had the opportunity to visit the Virtual Academy. So I will definitely do that, and I do appreciate that you came out and shared with us your thoughts about it. This is going to be a tough budget year, but we will try to make the best decision for all of our students in the system. Thank you.
Ms. Yang?
Yes, I want to associate myself with the comments from my colleagues. So I think this process is yielding its benefit to me. So a number of times the word transparent was used tonight, and I get it. At this late in the year, as we are planning for next year, this is late. But I cannot say I'm not frustrated or disappointed at our process, because if you recall, last year during the budget process, we did put out a position to understand the two-way immersion and innovative calendar school, right? So, but we need to know more, and that's why this is happening right now. And you have provided in one night, I have gotten a lot more information than the whole year. So I truly appreciate everyone's participation, and we will take your feedback into consideration. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Modrowski.
Yes, thank you. I too want to associate myself with the comments of my colleagues and thanking everybody for coming out, particularly Mr. Saeed's comments. I have communicated with our office already about setting up an opportunity to come and see the virtual academy in action. It's been a while since I've been out to Arcola, but I would like to do that as well. I think that sometimes I get feeling as though there's some miscommunication or misinformation even with the actual data. We get two different sides of what the quote unquote data says. So I will be very much looking forward to receiving what the actual information is on a lot of these programs sometime this week and into next before making decisions. So thank you all again for your advocacy and for being here, and I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Ms. Sandrowski. Ms. Grace Trevetta Oven.
Yes, again, just to say, especially to those parents who I know it's hard to come out on a Tuesday night, and to the students, thank you for your advocacy. Thank you for your voices. I have visited Arcola. I do know folks in the Virtual Academy who are very close to me. So I just wanted to let you know that my colleagues and I take this very seriously, which is why we wanted to make sure we had an opportunity for all you folks to be here tonight without us taking any action before hearing you. So I know it seemed very rushed, but we are, these are some tough times. So I want to thank you all for coming out tonight, and especially to the students. Thank you for sharing your voices, and we look forward to hearing more from you. So muchas gracias a la comunidad, especialmente de Arcola, y a todos ustedes por haber venido esta noche. Gracias.
Thank you, Ms. Trevetta Oven. I also want to thank everyone for coming out tonight and have your voices heard. Appreciate everything that you all have said to better inform the board about the difficult decisions that we do have to make as we adopt the budget on Thursday. I do want to remind all of you here and those watching that that's not the end, right? That budget gets presented to the county executive. That budget then gets presented to the county council, who make the fiscal appropriations for our school system. So we make decisions based on what the final dollar amount is. And so the difficult decisions sometimes continue all the way until May. So thank you for being here tonight, and I appreciate your advocacy. Have a good night and drive safely.